So I guess I didn't think this through. I think I was aware of it. I just forgot. So I knew it was bad. I didn't think it was this bad. As you can see from my browser over here, I googled how hard is it to get a bed in a behavioral hospital during the coronavirus. I keep hitting my I judging by the links, I'll just read them off real fast. The pandemic is worsening psychiatric bed shortages. Coronavirus in a psychiatric hospital is the worst of all worlds. I believe that's what the last word says. Interim considerations for state psychiatric hospitals. I don't know what those interim considerations would be, but okay. COVID-19 pandemic impact on psychiatric care in the United States. Apparently, I visited that link before. I don't know. So that just drives me crazy that I didn't think this part through. We can't forget about psychiatric hospitals during COVID-19. A hidden cost of COVID, shrinking mental health services. Coronavirus crisis hits psychiatric wards from Rolling Stone. Behavioral healthcare recommendations. Why psychiatric wards are uniquely vulnerable. COVID-19 guidance for behavioral health residential facilities. So I probably need to think of a different option. Probably. Um, uh, you know what? Let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these. Let's look at the New Yorker one. I'm interested in this one. Uh, Uniquely vulnerable, according to New Yorker. There was no way and no real effort to enforce social distancing. Oh, this is interesting. All of them, the I assume the psychiatric hospitals, told me about conflicts with hospital administrators. All of them were battling the cruel logic of business models and insurance payments. So even during a pandemic, it's about the almighty dollar. And it's not Dame Dollar. That's unfortunate. I wish it was Dame Dollar, but an ordinary hospital unit is a lonely place. Patients are generally in bed, in their rooms, physically distant from one another. By contrast, the prevention of solitude is built into the architecture of psych units and enshrined in the laws and regulations that govern them. Psychiatric units are often designed to facilitate communication and group activities. Now, however, they seem as if they were designed to spread the virus. Unlike in other hospital units, patients do not spend their days in their rooms. They are expected to attend therapy, play games, watch television, go outside, and take their meals together with other patients. Except now. Except now is a different time. Um, okay. One of my friends suggested to me that like I go somewhere. Obviously somewhere relatively safe. Just just away from everything and everyone. Okay. I I don't know why I am somewhat surprised. I don't know why. I should have thought of this. It bothers me that I did not. I didn't think it was this bad. Apparently it is. Let's check out. Let's check out the this link that I supposedly visited. Let's check this out. So this is back in May. This print is kind of small. I'm looking at my other monitor. I have no idea what most of this shit is. Oh, outpatient psychiatric care. That would be interesting. Isn't that what I've been doing though? I feel like I have been. Psychiatric care in the emergency room. Emergency rooms in the community are seeing an increase in psychiatric visits. Likely because it's more difficult. I'll just highlight this for you guys. For patients to be in contact with their therapist or psychiatrist. The care of patients seeking or referred for emergent psychiatric evaluation has also been impacted by the present pandemic. Many facilities have implemented screening protocols asking the same questions to triage patients for risks of exposure to the novel coronavirus and to assess level of symptoms. These protocols have evolved throughout the course of the pandemic. Initially, patients deemed to be at elevated risk of exposure or demonstrating symptoms of COVID-19 were referred for supplemental medical evaluation and, in appropriate cases, testing. Now, in most healthcare systems, patients referred for inpatient psychiatric admissions receive rapid COVID-19 testing prior to being evaluated by the psychiatrist, and then in addition can be admitted in the appropriate unit. Some patients have expressed fear of contracting coronavirus by being in an emergency room setting, adding to their sense of suffering. To reduce risks to patients and staff being in an emergency room setting, adding to their sense of suffering. Oh wait, I missed that. It's my dyslexia going. To reduce risks to patients and staff alike, many consults consults and evaluations can be conducted using telephone visits. Haven't we been doing that? The physician can sit outside of the room, maintaining physical distancing, and complete an interview. They can also wait for potential cases to evaluate outside of the emergency room setting. Staff also are encouraged to physically distance from the patients to mitigate risks of infection among staff. Some hospitals are transitioning to a shift work model. Other hospitals, for a myriad of reasons, have been slow to implement such a measure. So what have we learned? We have learned that I did not prepare for this. This was probably could have been planned better. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. It's just a crazy time. And I use the word time in reference to the state of the world, say the country, the state of my mental health. Was there anything else? Was there anything else we missed here? I feel like that was I'm curious what these interim considerations for state psychiatric hospitals is. I was gonna read this, but maybe you'll let me know something. While apparently SAMHSA is a Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration. While SAMHSA has preferentially recommended outpatient treatment during the COVID-19 crisis, as telehealth technology and social distancing can be more effectively implemented, inpatient psychiatric care will inevitably be required for a number of patients, of course. Psychiatric care on an inpatient service is typically reserved for the most severe conditions, and inpatient care at state psychiatric hospitals is typically reserved for the most refractory cases. So I am not a priority. I don't think I'm a danger to myself or others. I think I expressed that last night or whenever the last video was. Sometimes you just can't win. I mean, sometimes you just can't win, right? It's just the same reason I believe no basketball team has ever gone 82-0, or even whatever, no, depending how many teams there were. I don't think that's ever happened, and ever since the NBA and ABA merger, but you can't win every game. Uh, um, I think they came close in football, but they only play so many less games than other sports. Uh I I guess I have to think of something else, or consider other options. Maybe I will go relax somewhere or something. Maybe when the snow dies down a bit. I just I mean, it's not exactly defeating, but it's disappointing. Obviously, I don't want to get the coronavirus, at least not while living here. Okay, good video. I'll, I'll try to keep you guys updated. I'll figure out what's going on by tomorrow night at my next telephone appointment. Um, we'll figure it out. We will figure this out. I will figure this out. I will figure this out. Damn. It's very unlike me to have overlooked that common sense detail about these behavioral health hospitals. All right, it's time to go do something. Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll see you there. I'll see you there. All right, sounds good. All right.